Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little something different. As you can tell by the title, it's going to be a gluten-free haul from Whole Foods. Now, if you're following me because of Poshmark and all of that stuff, thank you so much for sticking around with this video. I have not officially been diagnosed with celiac disease or gluten intolerant. However, I have had various stomach issues for the past almost 10 months. And within the last month, I cut out gluten because some of my issues still weren't letting out with, with a change in diet and all of that stuff. I feel like I was getting worse. And it's been almost a month since I've cut out gluten. I cut out gluten, I think, like 2 days before Christmas. And I've actually started to feel better. Certain things are still lingering, but of course if you've had any kind of gut issues, you know that it takes a while for those things to heal. So who knows? I do have an appointment with a gastroenterologist later on this month, and I know I've been told by various people on certain gluten-free groups that you have to be eating gluten in order to have a test done, and I totally get that, but I've been suffering for so long with these stomach issues that I just needed a break. So if my doctor tells me to eat some gluten so I can pass a gluten test or whatever, I'll do it then and kind of deal with the consequences later. But for right now, I am comfortable with where I'm at. So let's move on to the haul. I have a Trader Joe's nearby. I have a Whole Foods nearby. I have all sorts of different places that have gluten-free products. Now, I will say that I do like Trader Joe's a little bit better because it's not as expensive as Whole Foods. Whole Foods is kind of pricey, so if you're not careful, you can really spend hundreds of dollars on gluten-free things. And even though every single aisle had tons of gluten-free options, I had to go with things that I knew that I was going to use either this week or within the coming days. So I'm gonna get started with the things that are cold, and then I'm gonna pause the video so I can go put them in the freezer or the fridge so that they don't spoil. So I put them in this little cooler so that I could do that real quick. Well, actually, the first thing is this cold pressed juice, and it's carrots, Granny Smith apples, beet, kale, and lemon. And it's from Beet Ernal from Organic Produce. And it's 16 fluid ounces. I've already had a sip of it. And it has 1 serving per container, 170 calories, 100% juice. It has organic carrot juice, apple juice, beetroot juice, kale juice, and lemon juice. So that's all that's pretty much in it. It does not have a sweet flavor whatsoever, so if you are expecting something sweet, you are wrong. It does taste good. I do like beets, so I do like the way that it tastes. It's not terrible, that's for sure. And it's not super sugary, which is better for me. I did pick out this Applegate Organics Organic Chicken and Apple Breakfast Sausage. There's about 3.5 servings in here, and serving size 3 links, and it also says right here certified gluten-free, so I didn't necessarily have to look that one up. The only ingredients, there's all sorts of different ingredients: organic chicken, water, apples, sea salt, yada yada yada. There's sugar in there, pepper. It'll take a while, but it's gluten and casein free, so that's good. I've never had these before, and I can't have like regular kind of sausages because some of those sausages really upset my stomach, and I feel like maybe it's because of the gluten that was in it. So I'm gonna give those a try and see if they sit well with me. The next thing that I got, I have been seeing this all over Instagram when it comes to gluten-free options, and it's this Tofu Tea. It's milk-free, better than cream cheese, imitation cream cheese. It says no dairy, no cholesterol, no lactose, no gluten, non-hydrogenated. So, I mean, it's got a whole bunch of things in there. And let's see. The serving size is 2 tablespoons, calories 60, and there's about 8 servings in here. So I've seen this all over Instagram, and I've been wanting to give it a try, so I found it at Whole Foods. The next thing that I picked up, where is it? Here we go, is this So Delicious dairy-free cheese. It's 100% dairy-free and soy-free. So if you are gluten-free but you're also soy-free, this is good. Right here it says non-GMO, certified vegan, certified gluten-free. So right there, that tells me that I don't have to look any further. And since it's soy-free, it's good for people with soy intolerance. And then the last cold thing that I picked up is this, what is it, Jillian's wheat, gluten, and dairy-free pizza dough. And I think this was only like $5.99, I want to say, for this pizza dough. And I'm not like the biggest fan of gluten-free pizza dough, but I'll eat it because it's pizza. It's delicious. So there's 8 servings per container. The serving size is 2 slices, 160 calories per. And then it kind of tells you a backstory about, you know, let's see. The person who created this brand, it was named after their daughter who was diagnosed with celiac disease when she was 6 years old. So, you know, they went through this whole process of trying to find things, and there you go. So this comes in the freezer, and you have to take it out the day before you want to use it and thaw it out in the fridge. I'm not sure if, like, running the water trick over it or, like, the warm hot water thing will help. I'm going to give it a shot, so we'll see. And it is 16 ounces. It's 1 pound. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this video right now so that I can go put these back in the fridge because I don't want to sit here with cold things and then them get warm. So I'll be right. And I'm back. The power of the pause button. All right, so I'm going to get into stuff that isn't cold. The first things that I picked up was this rice ramen gluten-free soup, and it's sesame chicken flavor, and it's from McDougal's. And I think this does have soy in it, but it is certified gluten-free. I don't see where it has soy in it, honestly. Maybe I was reading something else, but this is what it looks like. It's 1 container, 1 serving per container, 140 calories. The sodium content is 560 milligrams. I know some people worry about sodium content when it comes with noodles because of like the packets that are in there. But this is gluten-free, so I'm excited to try that. The next things are these Gimme Organic roasted seaweed. So one is toasted sesame and the other is sea salt. And it is certified gluten-free, non-GMO, USDA organic, certified organic, and vegan. And they're available in 4 different flavors. I don't know what the other 2 are because these are the only ones that I found at Whole Foods. Serving size for both of them is a half package. There's 2 servings per container and only 25 calories. Sodium content is 65 milligrams each one. And it also tells you don't eat the enclosed silicone gel packet. Okay. So, and it also, they support sea turtles on the back. So, my kids love seaweed. I love seaweed. We get the seaweed snacks from Trader Joe's, but I've never tried these, so I want to give these a try. And toasted sesame, oh, that'd be so good. We make kind of like our own variations of poke bowls, but without the sushi. We kind of cook up some salmon and stuff, and we put seaweed in it. It's so delicious. All right, the next thing is this Miso Cup reduced sodium soup. It's made with organic miso and tofu. So it's vegan and, certified gluten-free. But this one does contain soy. That's the one I was looking at. This one does contain soy. So obviously if you have a soy intolerance, this is not for you. But the sodium content in this one is 270 milligrams, so it's actually less than the noodles. But there's 4 servings per container, so that's good. It'll be a nice little dish to have before we make stir fry or something like that here in the house. The next thing that I picked up is this uncured turkey bacon, fully cooked sliced turkey thighs, chopped and formed. No nitrates or nitrites added. Say that 10 times fast. And there's only 8 ingredients. 8 ingredients or less. The turkeys that were used were fed a vegetarian diet. Only 8 ingredients, gluten-free, no preservatives, fully cooked slices, 5 grams of protein per slice. There's about 7 servings per container with 2 slices per serving. Sodium is 170 milligrams, and the only ingredients are turkey thighs, water, sea salt, cane sugar, celery powder, paprika for flavor, onion powder, and spice. So if you're allergic to any of those things, obviously you don't want to get those. I know some people can't have onion. I can't have raw onion, but onion powder doesn't seem to bother me, so that's good. And I also can't have uncured things because they bother, or sorry, I can't have cured things. I can have uncured things. I can't have cured things because they bother my stomach. So those are good. Of course, Daya. I had to get this. I love Daya. You guys know these are gluten-free if you eat them. They're vegan. They're delicious. I like the cheese. Ever since I went dairy-free because I have a mild lactose intolerance, I've gotten used to dairy-free cheeses and what they taste like, and I'm kind of used to it. I think they're delicious now. You know, you kind of adapt and you overcome. Let's see. Let's see what's in here. It's about 1/3 of the package, makes about 1 cup. It's 3 servings per container, 300 calories per serving, 600 milligrams per serving of salt. So, yep. And so I picked up the Alfredo style, and I picked up the cheddar style. And I've never tried the Alfredo one, I don't think, by itself. I know there's one where they have vegetables in it. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but I do love the cheddar one. So my family, they don't have to make any kind of special, you know, whatever for their diets. They can have real cheese. So they have regular macaroni and cheese, and I eat my own macaroni and cheese. It's a little more pricey doing it that way, but at the same time, I don't like to deprive myself just because I have to, you know, accommodate. This next thing that I got was this Tuscany pumpkin pasta sauce, and it's gluten-free right here on the front. And it's from Cucina Antica, I think that's what that is. I don't know that font is like really. But serving size is 1/2 cup, servings per container about 6. Let's see, calories is 90. Oh, the ingredients, contains milk. So if you are lactose intolerant, can't really have this. I don't really do like pasta sauces and stuff like that because some sauces still irritate my stomach, so I try like a little bit. So if I have like maybe a tablespoon of this just for the taste, I'm fine. I don't need to like have whatever. It won't bother me. But there's a pumpkin puree, water, tomatoes, heavy cream, honey, carrot puree, butter, sea salt, onions, garlic, citric acid, basil, black pepper, parsley, spices, rosemary, cinnamon, sage, xanthan gum. So, yeah. So that is gluten-free. And then the last thing that I got from Whole Foods is this Bob's Red Mill gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour. And it's a 1-pound bag. It says you can see our quality. It's just flour to me. Use this astounding blend in place of wheat flour in your favorite recipes for cookies, cakes, brownies, pancakes, pies, muffins, and more. So I'm curious to see what this does. We do make our own homemade pizza, so I'm wondering if maybe perhaps this will be good to make my own homemade dough and just kind of keep my family having their own so they don't have to accommodate, and see what I can make with pancakes, biscuits. I like to make drop biscuits and stuff, and I'm wondering if this stuff can work. It has a chocolate chip cookie recipe in the back. And let's see. It is manufactured in a facility that also uses tree nuts and soy, so just be careful. There might be some cross-contamination. But it tested and confirmed gluten-free in their quality-controlled laboratory. And there's about 17 servings per container, and each serving is a 1/4 cup. So, yeah. So this was not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I got a much smaller, like I got an almond flour from some other brand, I can't remember, and that was like $10. And this was, I think, maybe $7, $8, something like that. So it wasn't that expensive. So that was my Whole Foods gluten-free haul for now. I'm going to try to do more of these videos as well because I know there's a lot of people who want to have a different variety. I might do like meal planning gluten-free videos. I mostly fix everybody the same dinner, but then I kind of like make my own noodles and whatever. Like I work around me, and it's really cost effective at the same time. It doesn't really take much more. We do eat a lot of like fruits, vegetables, things like that. So we try not to eat too much processed food, but I mean, it's the world we live in, right? So processed food is a little bit cheaper sometimes. So when we do have processed food, we kind of minimalize it. Let's see what else. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do that. I'll probably do like a Trader Joe's haul next time I go to Trader Joe's. But yeah, if you like this kind of video, then, you know, stick around. I'll be making more. And if you want to follow me on my gluten-free journey on Instagram, I will leave that handle down below. And if you have any gluten-free recipes, or if you make gluten-free videos, let me know. And I'd love to see your hauls. I'd love to see your recipes. I'd love to see all of that stuff, because I think, you know, we all learn from each other, right? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.